All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the New York Jets. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Tonight. 180. Great.
Now Foles. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
Here we go.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Fournette, a first down carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
You're on an island over there. You're on an island. 180. Great. Let's go. Get your swerve on. Watch them tonight.
Foles. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. These Jags and Jets, they met in one of the stranger games a season ago, week 4, I believe it was, and got all the way down to 28 seconds remaining in OT before Chandler Catanzaro ended it for the Jets with a 41-yard field goal to win 23-20.
One of the highlights of the season for the Jets, but how about the Jaguars finishing their year at the AFC Championship game?
Tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, tonight. 180. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Watch that.
Here's Foles. Looking long for Westbrook. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Fights fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Watch left, watch left.
Down! Green, they're down!
To throw on second is Watson. Flush to his right. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. A gain of 32 that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
Four down, four down.
Come back, come back!
On first down, it's Watson. Goes underneath for Bell. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2
Come
yards
back,
on
come back.
first down.
Tiger, tiger, tiger!
From the gun, here's Watson. On the right side, he finds Burnett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
Set! Back 22!
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. On second down, here's Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And Dawson's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
89, 89. Watch 89.
Set! 130!
Check, bunch set.
Flat, flat. Thick!
I got him.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Completes it to Lee. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He'll look to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. That's something this coaching staff told us they want to see a lot more of this season.
I imagine the entire time in the offseason when these guys were taking breaks from watching film, when they were out running and doing all the other things, all they were thinking about is, how do we create more sacks? They loved what they just saw there.
Because they were near the bottom of the league in 2017. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3. Down to hit.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Water, water.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Tonight, 180.
They'll look to throw here. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Two tight. 3 down.
It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Flat, flat.
Man left. 3 down. 3.
Hey.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Cole. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Great.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. They're going to try and throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Tiger. Alert.
Down. Green the line.
After the interception, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right.
Three buzz.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Cover 5-3. Cover 5-3.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Set. Green 80.
Hey, switch gears.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Tonight. 180.
Check. Three down.
Yes.
Pick the edge. Come.
Here's a give to Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Copeland in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down.
180.
On play action, they'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Lambeau, he missed it. He missed it left. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Two jet.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Tight end's right.
Two jet.
Three down. Hey, alert three. Check safe.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was looking for Landry that time, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep is DJ Chark. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This is taken at the 3. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Hey!
Back 22!
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Room to run inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Squeeze, double.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jarvis Landry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Lach Edwards, out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Green 80! 1-1-1.
Take four.
Be alert!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds an opening past the 40. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Foles now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Hey, silver. 1, 1, 1, 1.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Third. 180.
3 down.
Okay.
I got it.
6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 47. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Target. Come back.
On first down, Watson. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Check 52.
Set. 180. Thirteen.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Set. 180.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And some space here. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Looking back to Leonard Fournette's rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards rushing. And coming into the league, some people saw this kid as an ex-Adrian Peterson. What can we expect from him going forward?
I like the comparison because of the size, the strength, the speed. But I think he catches the ball better than Adrian Peterson, so I think they can up his utilization in the passing game. But what really impressed me was down the stretch in the divisional playoff game against Pittsburgh, hurt his ankle, left the game for a while, and came back and helped power his team to a big victory. Remember, he had some dings at LSU that kept him out of a few games. I thought that was a breakthrough for Leonard Fournette.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Foles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
4 down.
Set. 180. 6.
I got motion.
A handoff to Fournette. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Set. 180.
Hey, motion backfield.
Again, it's Fournette.
Run.
And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. The 20, 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. 4 down, 4 down.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Bell sheds him off. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
It's easy work, and it's coming again. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Black 99 Philly.
Check.
Here's Watson now on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Montgomery. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Check nine.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay there.
And not in any rush offensively. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Now Bell. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll come out in the pistol. Watson now to throw, eluding the pressure right. This is Bell on the dump off. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up third and goal. Last year, the Jets averaged exactly 4 yards per rush, and that's what they need here, 3rd and 4. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And that's caught by Landry. He's got a Jets touchdown. Jarvis Landry with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. This this time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got
Now Leonard Fournette, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we
Well,
go.
the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
3 down. Hey, check.
Now Foles. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Silent. Hey, silent 1. We got 3 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Here's Foles. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Flat. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Set. 180. We got 3 down. Check your hot read. Check.
Foles. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Tonight, 180. Check hot route.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Let's go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
With that, 180. We got 3. Down to hit.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, We're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A gain of 32 that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10, just outside the 30. Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Watch tight, watch tight.
Come back, come back. Tiger.
Throwing now, Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Come back.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Flush to his right. That's to his running back, complete. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Down. Green the line.
Watson. Throw left side, complete to Burnett. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Down. Green the line. Tiger.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Watson now going to run the option right. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it,
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Man left, man left. Hey, hey, hey. We got
On first down, it's Watson. Going for it all. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point try now for Dawson. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. He spins through. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And that one, all Packers right now. They've scored again. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, hey, hey.
One.
We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Watch that.
13.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Tight end right.
Set. 180.
Check. 3 down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Jets, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.